catch that burb. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Kara. That's weird. Kara doesn't usually do Sunday streams. Hey, Merlin. Unplug this. 1 second. Okay, there we go. You have been booped, y'all. I did a weird thing and did some sewing prep, or stream prep, sort of, a little bit. I ironed the rest of the stars so that I won't have to get up and iron them. I can just sew them. So we're going to start with that. I feel like I'm missing a stack. Like I thought there might have been another stack of them somewhere. 1 second. So I don't have as many as I thought I did. But I could also be going crazy. So we'll just sew up what we have. And then if I end up needing to make more to fill out the edges of the blanket a bit, I can do that. This might be enough though. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yes, good morning. Kaylee, don't eat sizzlipede. I know they look like bacon. They most likely do not taste like bacon. So I'm just snipping the threads here so that I can take the papers out of this one before I sew it. Because I learned that lesson last week. No, I haven't ripped that one out yet. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, you ate the extra stars? I mean, I have a few concerns, but alright. Hey, Reverb, good morning. Yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe this was all I had? Because I've got a stack here, and then I've got the stack that I sewed last week. So I think maybe those two stacks together is kind of what I was thinking of, but who knows. Meh. I just trimmed my nails, so the thread is sticking to them. And also, hey, good morning. Hopefully everybody's Sunday. Yalka's outside with the laser being cold? Oh no. By outside, I presume you mean in the garage, which might as well be outside, yes, if it's non-heated, non-insulated. You can't just, like, set up the laser and then go back inside? Or do you need to babysit it? You're ending a fabrics universe? Please don't. I need these fabrics. Ma'am, please. These fabrics are for our nephew. Take the papers out. There we go. No more papers. And so once we're done with the stars, we probably will pivot back to dice bags. Because I did remember to go to the Dollar Tree and picked up more strings and things. So we have a wider variety of strings to use now. And I made sure to get some black and neutral ones that should go with any kind of fabric I might choose. Non-insulated, detached, and has to have the door open to ventilate smoke. Can't leave it lest it catch fire. Oh, yeah, if it's the woodcut laser. Yeah, that would do it. Oh dear. I'm very sorry, y'all. If it is any consolation, the things you are making with said laser are incredibly adorable. That may or may not be worth the cold. That is only for you to decide. Alright, reminder, incoming whirring sounds. Yes. Just carefully tucking corners in. I might have to wind a new bobbin today. That'll be exciting. You can see how that works. Sweatpants over your jeans and a scarf wrapped up over your head babushka style. It is worth it for cute moogles. And precious, precious Tonberry. Warning, Kara may be asleep. Possibly asleep. It's 10 a.m. on a Sunday and Kara's on vacation. Therefore, probably asleep. I can go one more stitch that direction, looks like. The fun thing with this pivot technique is because I'm measuring equidistant from the edge all the way around. If I pivot it and it doesn't line up, I know I can go a little bit further. There's probably a better way to explain it than that, but as noted, it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm also sort of on vacation. I took a long weekend. That might be pushing it a little too far, but whatever. It's fine. Under there. A little fabric point. Yet under. There we go. Backwards to lock it in. There we go. 75% asleep and my sewing machine whirs cannot be worse than your snoring. Yeah, but I wasn't recording your sewing, or I wasn't recording your snoring and streaming it across the internet. Although I could if you want me to. I'm sure there's probably a market for that. Slip my threads off here. There we go. Cute little green star. All sewn down. Next. And we begin again. Snip threads, remove papers. So besides lasers, what's everyone else working on, if anything? Coffee, probably. I'm guessing. Coffee is good. Especially, oh, I snipped that one already. Especially on aforementioned lazy Sunday mornings. Good morning, Kate. Yeah. No, it's not got 6 points. It's very strange. I can make 6-pointed stars. I have that technology, if you want to call geometry technology. But yeah, I don't know why I randomly decided to go with 5-point stars instead of 6-point stars. I guess just for a change of pace, and because since this is a baby blanket, the 5-point star is kind of the traditional childhood, like whenever I think of like cartoon stars or like stars in storybooks, it's always the 5-point star. So that was probably my reasoning for going with the pentagon stars. Papers come out. Six-point stars require some more care. Not too bad. It's just one more piece of patchwork to keep track of. I would be sewing them down in the same way. The method, like my actual process, wouldn't really be any different. It would just be like an extra piece of patchwork to make and attach to make each of the applique stars. Go. And I know it probably is not coming across on camera, but all of these background squares, none of them are perfectly solid colors. They all have some very slight patterning to them. Just for the fun of it, and because I can't, I find plain fabric to be incredibly boring. So even if it's like tone on tone, I like working with a little bit, at least a little bit of patterning. Because then when you look at the finished quilt up close, you're like, oh, that's cool. Meant more in the sense of not accidentally ending up with a Star of David. Yeah. Oh no, no caffeine at all? That's, oh no. I'm sure it'll be fine. Thoughts and prayers, Reverb. Thoughts and prayers. Alright, here we go. I mean, last week's vodka was more of this, but with extra faffing about as I figured out what I was doing. And, like, how I wanted this to set up. Get under there. Get under there. No, get. I swear I ironed you. Get under there. Stay. Yes, last week's talk did definitely include D&D talk in between the faffing, as it is wont to do. It was funny because at the start of stream, I was like, "Well, let's wait to start the D&D talk to see if Kite pops in," and then you did pop in to be like, "I'm not going to be here today," and it's like, "Okay, cool. Thank you for the release." And then yes, we did D&D talk a bit. Thread. Get underneath. Stay. Stay. The downside of Applique, trying to make sure all of the tails and like loose bits of fabric are all tucked up underneath where they should be. Oh, this is the pumpkin spice? Ooh, nom 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 nom. I thought it was tasty. Yeah, it's tasty. I still think I like the gingerbread one better, but that's just me. I like me a holiday spice tea, or a holiday spice coffee, I should say. A holiday spice tea as well. Both of those things. And yes, as in last week, my computer is kind of off over my shoulder. White girl bake coffee working as intended. I mean, yeah, I guess. Curious, Kara, can you actually hear my sewing machine going downstairs? Or just obviously what's coming through the television? Trim my threads, because then I don't have to do it later. Oh no, Merlin! please try to rest and take care of yourself as much as you can. We want you to be well and not exhausted. Sending you many hugs. As many as I can spare. Yep, that was it. Good. Overdoing it is your middle name? Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's a good name. Look, we spent all of last summer yelling at Yalk about self-care. We can spend all of this summer doing the same to you if we have to. Come on, Fred. That this summer you hope to not be as busy? I mean, yes, that is good. But please also self-care now. Alright, fine. We will spend this winter yelling at you to self-care. We're working on expanding our strategic self-care yelling capabilities. I like that. Thank you, Kate. That's true. There are enough of us. We can divide the workload. We can yell at multiple people about self-care. Although my canceled streams this week were a little bit less about self-care and a little bit more about laziness. But also I was just very tired. This week at work was kind of... Oh, this week at work was a thing. Like, not... It wasn't necessarily a bad week. We were just... It was very busy. There was not really downtime. Which is fine, it was just very exhausting. And did not leave me with much energy after work. And we now include gentle guilt involving your pets in our services. How disappointed will Theo be if you're too weak to give him an appropriate level of scritches? That is true, Yalk. If you break your wrists, who will give Miller butt scritches? Miller will be so sad. That's about right. Nope. One more. I always end up... I need to get closer to the edge than I think I do. 1/16 of an inch is not very far. There we go. Theo will always come first and you will never be too weak for him. Okay, good. See, this is why we have pets. They help enforce the self-care. Kid. There we go. Yeah, I walked into work Tuesday morning, which I should note was January 31st. Or no, February 1st. Yeah, so I walked into work Wednesday morning, February 1st, to find that we had had a database failure overnight, which meant that none of our POS machines were working. There wasn't really much I could do at that point. IT was already working on it, and they were liaisoning with our third-party software provider, who you might have heard me talk about before. So it was a very stressful couple of hours, because of course without our POS systems we couldn't open any of our locations. And what they finally had to do was to roll back the database to the day before to fix whatever error had happened. And like all of the account balances were fine. They were unaffected. All of the transactions that had happened on the 31st still had happened and been properly charged. But because of the database rollback on the point of sales, we lost all of the records of those transactions for the 31st, which some of you might be noting is month end. So that made for some very interesting accounting and a lot of asterisks on our month-end paperwork going, does not include the figures from the 31st of January. Our software provider was able to recover some of the data, like most of the data we needed was able to be recovered, but it was still really annoying. So by the time I got home Wednesday night, I was like, no, I can't, nah. I'm just gonna sit here and watch Graham play FF7. It's fine. But pets for all good fools. Right? Yes, you understand, Kara. And of course, it couldn't have happened, like if it had happened on like the 9th or the 10th of the month, it wouldn't have been a big deal because we would have had plenty of time to like figure out what we were gonna do and like adjust our reporting. But no, it had to be the 31st. Great, papers come out. tries not to put on their incident post-mortem hat. Yeah, yeah, it's not really my... I mean, it is, but it isn't my job. My job is to keep poking the guys at our software provider to go, hey, apparently between them and our IT guy, they've put some sort of a block in place to keep it, because this happened in December too. The same thing happened in December, and they just kind of went, well, that's weird. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. And it happened again. But now apparently they've put some sort of a block in place so it shouldn't happen again. And again, I didn't get given all the technical details. Something about our database reached 2 gigabytes of data, which was too much data, so it just crashed instead of transferring it properly. Forgive me for thinking 2 gigabytes of data in the year of our Lord 2022 is probably not enough, but I don't know exactly what sort of files they were storing and transferring over this 2 gigabytes, but yeah. In any case, they've assured us it shouldn't happen again. So let's put a pin in that for a month or 2 from now when I'm screaming about the same thing. Because that's how this software provider rolls. 2.14 gigabytes of data? Huh. Almost certainly. Really? Okay, what's the reasoning behind that? Like, what's the technical, like, why is that a hard technical limit? That's fascinating that you can pin it to that exact number. The size of a volume? Two to the power of 31. If you have a 32-bit integer which permits negative values, that is the highest value you can store. Oh, interesting. Without it having to ratchet up to like the next, what is it, 64-bit integer? Something is storing a size or a counter of data transferred or something as a 32-bit integer. And they wouldn't necessarily want to bump up to a 64 because that's probably incredibly excessive in their eyes. Interesting. Okay, well, theoretically it's not supposed to happen again, so we'll see. Oh man. My mom sent me a video of Henry the other day laughing, and he looks so much like my brother. It's really cute and really funny. Less excessive size and more you have to make sure you have changed it everywhere, otherwise who knows what will happen. Yeah, good point. Good point. So it was one of those, it was built as a 32-bit, so it's going to stay as a 32-bit until we absolutely have to upgrade it, dang it, because that's a pain in the butt. Because that would also track for this team. They're great. Like, they're actually, like, the software is what it is. But I'm fairly happy with the tech team behind it. It's just that a lot of the time, like, this feels like one of those pieces of software that was built by, like, 3 guys, but they've all left the team. So now it's, like, 3 or 4 other guys that are trying to, like, troubleshoot it and build off of it. So half the time it feels like when I send them an issue, or like, hey, I'm having this problem, or like, hey, I need to pull this report, what's going on? They're just kind of like, that shouldn't happen. We'll look into it. And then I just never hear back. Like, they're super fast and responsive, and when it is something that they can help me with, they're super helpful. It's just a lot of the time it feels like they kind of shrug and go, oh, we don't know either. That's the programming gremlins. Morning, Randus. Oh yes, it doesn't matter how far you've upgraded your PC. It's only going to be able to access it. Oh yeah, you went and did a magic thingy. I know very, very little about magic. I played like 3 games once at a party because everybody else was playing. And somebody handed me, I think, I want to say a blue-black deck? And I wiped the floor with one of the guys. Or no, that was the time because they were doing like one of those like 5-way magic card things. And they were like, SJ, you're hanging around here, take this deck. And I'm like, okay. So, like, I know about the colors and the lands, and, like, I basically know how to play, but I don't play. Oh, yeah. I play enough Pokemon cards. I know what, like, pulls and drafts and things are. I just don't actually do it with Magic. I spend enough time as the secondhand Pokemon card dealer. That's why I have 8 million Pokemon cards sitting around that I now make into Shaker Charms. And I mean almost literally 8 million. I probably have a good 10,000 cards sitting in the closet. Not many of them worth anything, which is, again, why I'm making them into Shaker Charms, because that is infinitely more fun. There we go, papers out. Your prize packs treated you well? Something like 6 mythics across 13 packs? Dang! That is really good. Damn. Card value only matters if you sell them. That's true. That's a little close to that edge. Scoot that a tiny bit this way. But I mean, on the other hand, I have a few cards that I would be an absolute dumbass to cut up for Shaker Charms, such as, one sec, where's the baby? I have a stack of cards here that's just like, yeah, these are the ones that are never, ever, ever getting cut up for anything. Somewhere where she goes. Like, for instance, this beautiful promo card. That will never be cut up for anything ever. Last time I checked, market value on this was like $30 or something, but again, I just like it. It's an awesome Pikachu card. I've got a, yeah, like I said, I've got a stack over here of ones that are keepers. And also my actual play deck that is multiple card expansions old now. But damn, I kick ass with it. New baby. Interesting. Still red. Still with those eyes. That Kirby looks like it is 2 seconds away from headbutting you. Not for any reason, just because they can. That Kirby is going to cause trouble. That's true. Cards can also be not monetary value, but instead I'm excited to play this. That is true. still... Yeah, that's true. This Carby is a shonen protagonist. You nailed that completely, Reverb. It totally is. The real value is the friends we played along the way. Yes. The real value is the friends that we beat along the way. Oh, Nelka's redeemed a stretch. Everybody should stretch. And shrimp if you are. Get up and move around a little bit. Ooh. My shoulder went crick there. Back here. Come back here so I can snip your threads. if you'd like me to adjust my camera one way or another, of course, by all means, feel free to ask. But I know there's also a fair number of people that just sort of have me on in the background, which I'm totally cool with. So in that case, it matters slightly less what you're actually looking at. It's roughly centered-ish. The bit's tucked in. The downside of these single color stars is I have a harder time telling where the internal seams are for my pivot points, but that's okay. It's a baby blanket. If the stars are slightly lopsided, that just gives it more charm, right? Right. Totally. Next, 2 more. And then I guess we will be pivoting to dice stacks. I did actually go out and get strings, like different strings, And I made sure to get a couple of them as like very neutral colors. So I shouldn't have any more of the problem of, oh, I don't have any strings that go with these colors in a way that sufficiently placates my aesthetic sense. So that's fine. Because my next step with these stars is to actually start like sewing the edges together and building the actual blanket. But I need to like lay them all out on the floor first and make sure that, you know, all of the colors are nicely arranged and there aren't, like I can't just start sewing them together willy-nilly. I need to actually lay them out first. Which I could do right now, but would be very boring considering it would be on the floor. Well, I mean, I guess I can try to pivot the camera. It is actually sort of in the right place, it's just not pointed in the right direction. Maybe we'll try that once I finish these last couple. My only worry is I'll get these all laid out and go, oops, that's not as big as I wanted it. And then I'll have to make some more stars, which, again, is not a big deal. I can totally do that. Little-ish. There we go. That's a verb. Taking a break from outside chili to fill your belly with veggie chili? That sounds like a delightful break. Chili does sound delightful in this weather. The last couple days have been brutally cold. Like, even right now, well, yeah, so currently it's -12, and that's warm. What is... Oh, but what is -27C? Yeah, there we go. We've been down at like -15 to -20 Fahrenheit for the past couple days. It's been awful. Wind chill's been down to like -40. think it's finally supposed to warm up to right around freezing today and tomorrow, which is downright balmy. So yes, please take care, y'all. If it is even a fraction as cold down there as it is up here, please, please, please take care. Your lasers will still be there when it is slightly warmer. We do not want to have to explain to Miller that Yelp has frostbite on his scritching fingers. Oh, okay, that's not terrible. Like, that's chilly, but that's not like dangerously cold like it is up here. But still, please, be careful and take care. Hello! Maybe. Come here. Hi. Do you want up? Me. Me. Hello. What up? Hmm? Who are you? Hi. How are you? Baby gremlin. Yes. Yes. Bunk. Bunk. Down she goes. Yes, there's a blanket right there for you. It is specifically for you. No, there she goes. Cat fur. Okay. Baby gremlin or gremlin baby? Yes, both. Let me just get the door closed again. Or at least closed enough I'm not getting the echo of Carol watching me downstairs. Okay, last one. So fun fact, this one, you can tell I forgot to sew the last seam on this one, but it'll be fine because I'm going to be sewing down around the edges. It's fine. Fine. You know, this is the time of the year when we start making jokes about, oh wow, we had a whole degree outside today. 1 whole degree as a treat. I mean, I say joke, but it's kind of not even a joke. Getting above 0 this time of year is luxurious. Definitely yes, both. Baby gremlin and gremlin baby. So the other thing about this blanket is, if I lay out all the pieces and it ends up being not quite as large as I wanted it to be, I can add a border to it, and I can make the border as chunky as I want it to be. So that's also an option. Kara is home. She typically works Sundays, but she's on vacation this week. So yeah, she is potentially mostly asleep, but she is theoretically downstairs. Alright, there we go. Chunk that border, easiest way to save time? Pretty much, yes. Just slap like 8 inches of border around the edge. Call it a day. This is fine. .75% asleep on the couch, and I presume that either during stream at some point or as soon as I finish, she will tootle upstairs for a nap. I should have. Yes, there we go. 'What is the percent forecast for Sasha cuddles? Yeah, in Kara's case, about 2%. In my case, probably like 50 to 60%. She's very tolerant of me, usually. But it depends on if she's in the mood for cuddles or not. Or if she just wants to come in, yell at me about something, and then leave. She's gotten in the habit now where if she wants Jade to come downstairs, she'll come over to the couch and yell at me. Because she's realized that I have some magical method of communicating with Jade. Human, make my mother come downstairs and pay attention to me. No, I do not wish to go up to her myself. Make her come down. Alright, that is all of the stars. And again, that scene is open, but once I actually do the quilting and stuff, it'll be fine. Alright, that is all of the stars. Let me take a drink here. Enforced cuddles? Yeah, that's when you scoop the cat and go, who's the baby? Alright, let me see if I can maneuver this. Anyone who gets vaguely motion sick, perhaps look away, because I'm going to be moving my camera around. To see if I can. Hey, yeah, actually. That works out pretty well. Cool. You want to refocus their camera. You want to perhaps refocus their camera. 1 second. Where's that camera source? There it is. Properties. Put your hand in front of it. Yeah, but I wanted to refocus on the floor. Because I can also just go into configure video. Camera control. Focus. There we go. That's much better. Okay, cool. Let us... Now, granted, I will not have chat for a few minutes. Let me also swivel my microphone. Okay. I mean, yes, I can pull up chat on my phone. Hello, friends. I am down here now. Let me move these. Chat on my phone. And again, I don't need a super large area because this is a baby blanket. Back to the cold outside with Yalk? Okay. Again, just as long as you're taking care of yourself, Yalk. We don't want too much cold. Oh, I should sweep up here at some point. Alright. So first, let's work out how big we want it to be as far as like width by height. That's the other word I wanted. And then we can mess with moving the stars around. Also of note that when I sew them together, these squares will shrink in a little bit because of seam allowances. so the actual size of them will be slightly smaller, but that's all right. Okay, yeah, I think I have enough of these. Because again, I can put a bit of a chunky border around the edge and it'll be fine. Okay, so maybe I make 2 more. Yeah, so I think if I make 2 more and have it be 4 by 5, I think that'll work out really, really well. You might want to adjust the mic slightly. I mean, I did pivot it. I'm not planning to stay down here very long. I was just gonna kind of see if this works. Yeah, I will have to make 2 more, I think. But now we know. But I think once I do make 2 more and have it be 5 by 4 with a border, that's a decent size for a baby blanket. Cool. And now we know. And making 2 more is no big deal. I have all of the papers that you saw me strip out of these. And I have plenty of other fabrics that I can pull from. That's the one with the papers I need to redo. Alright. Okay. Think you need to do more red? Okay, cool. So when I make the last 2, I'll do 2 more red ones. I have plenty of fabric around. Soon to be a toddler blanket? I know. Okay. Pivot the microphone back around. Alright. Readjusting the camera again. Anyone with motion sickness, please look away. There we go. There we go. Alright. And it should autofocus here in a second. There we go. Cool. Alright. Yeah, so in that case, we will pivot to dice bags. So I did get more. Alright, so I had this one that I had started last time and did not have a satisfactory yarn for. Sorry, kid, no blankie for you. You grew up too fast. I'll just need to go to the next niece or nephew. No! I'll just put a bigger border on it. Let's go with this neutral one for this. Where's the end of this? There's one end there. Where's the other end? Oh, there it is. I don't need 2 on the strand. He wiggles nonstop. I mean, he's Andrew's kid. That is not a surprise. Andrew wiggles nonstop. And from what I've heard, Cassidy's pretty full of energy, too. Alright, so fold this down. way too long. That's okay. Better too long than too short. That's what trimming is for. I think I'm headed to a nap too. Yeah, it's been, I don't know how long you were hanging around in chat, Mom, but it's been really, really cold up here. Like, negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit cold, and that's without the wind chill. It's been a terrible couple days. It's finally starting to warm up. Like, today and tomorrow it's supposed to be a bit warmer, but it's been bad. Like, walking home from work on Friday, I could feel my eyelashes, like, instantly freeze. Okay, so the one downside of this cord is it makes a real thick, chonky knot. I think I'm gonna have to dab glue on that to make sure it stays, but that's fine, I can definitely do that. I have that technology. So yeah, I think after stream, it's gonna be curling up under a blanket with Dwarf Fortress for me, probably. Let's flip this. Yeah, no, it's been real bad up here. But I think it's supposed to warm up in the next day or two and then stay pretty warm. And by warm, I mean like only negative 10. Which I will take over negative 27. Thank you very much. Let's trim these edges, or trim these ends. Here's my glue bottle. Glue to try to keep them from fraying too much. So they're not in glue to try to keep it from coming undone. Side. Could also use clear nail polish, which I have that as well. But the glue is slightly more convenient. And then pull out my other silicone pad. And just set it there to dry. Okay, cool. That was mostly at night? Yeah, that's good. So I did my prep work ironing all the rest of the stars. I did not actually cut any fabric for dice bags. So we'll be playing the up and down game again. Yeah, exactly. Hope bot is good. Yeah, no, once you hit about -30, the Fahrenheit and the Celsius even out, unfortunately. Let's see, what have I got here? Let me tell you, I have some interesting fabrics sitting around. Let's do this one. Once you hit negatives on either scale, it's too cold, just don't. Yeah. That's about right. Is that roughly even? That's roughly even. Is that going to be too small? No, I don't think so. No, it's fine. Let's see. This, let's do... I mean, I just have black cord. Let's just do black cord. Ooh, this might fray really badly. I might not be able to use this cord. Well, we'll see. This is a slightly stretchy cord. But it looks like it's just plastic fibers wrapped around a elastic core. I might just have to make sure I glue it as soon as I cut it. Which is fine, I can do that. Adjust mic, I sound 3 miles away. The mic is pointed straight at me. I mean, when I turn my head, it's not ideal, but the mic is pointed straight at me. This may be too small. How far up did I go? Well, no, that's about as far up as I went. Yeah, it's fine. Oop. Uh-oh. Why am I not feeding? We're too bulky. Yeah. Okay, note to self, gotta make sure my foot is not on top of that cord. Because otherwise it is too thick and will not feed through. Morning, Kuma. Oh yes, tax time. That fun, joyful time of year. Okay, so we'll go through. Not that far. Go. Make sure my foot is not on those cords. There we go. Much better. slide out of there. These cords are real slippy. That's okay. Let me go ahead and tie them off. I mean, this is also $2 craft cord from Dollar Tree. I'm not expecting high qual here. That actually knots a fair bit better than I thought it would. Okay, let's flip it right side out. Speaking of cord, do you know a good way to reinforce reusable shopping bags? I guess it would depend on what needs reinforcing. Is it the handles that are coming loose, or is it like the bottom corners that are starting to punch out or like wear through? Because I can think of a couple different ways to do it, but it would matter on, it would vary depending on what actually needs to be reinforced about them. That's surprisingly heavy cord too. Alright, where's my glue bottle? Where they sewed the seam, it turns it into a dotted line, which is critically weak to longer term stresses. So for that, what I would suggest is getting a really sturdy fabric, like a canvas, or I guess even like a felt, if you wanted. Actually, I have a bag. One second. So speaking of Dollarama, okay, whoops, sorry there. So here's your bag. Let's say like, so this seam along the edge has gotten really weak and is liable to tear free. So what I would do is get like a really sturdy fabric, like a canvas or a denim, or like even a felt, and well, let's use one of these. So take a panel of your fabric and just patch it over the entire seam, you know, cut it into a strip or whatever, but make sure you've got like a good margin on either side, and then just sew it over the seam to sort of make a reinforcing panel. And you can do it on the outside, you could do it on the inside if you don't want it to show as much. But that's how I would do it. That's probably the easiest and the simplest, and the way that would require the least sewing skills. Felt and anything softer is a slight panic trigger. I mean, yeah, that's totally fair. Felt will stretch. Depends on how thick a felt it is. But yeah, canvas is probably your best bet. Like when I used to make reusable bags, I actually had canvas that I would use for the bottom panel, and then I would use more colorful cotton and stuff for the sides, because canvas is so much more sturdy, and handles wear so much better. Blue dollops. I actually need to reinforce the knots of these. Just trying to get it so that the ends don't fray as badly. There we go. And again, toss that on my silicone sheet to dry. Iron-on would work. I would still say maybe iron it on and then even just do some hand stitching along the edges, just because thread is so much stronger than even iron-on. Iron-on would help, because like the way that the seam would most likely tear would be either something sharp pushing through the seam, or just constant rubbing up and down along the seam as groceries shift in the bag would cause the seam to give way over time. So even an iron-on panel on the inside of the bag would help protect against both of those, but it would be just extra secure and last even longer if you could sew it with thread. And it doesn't, again, if you're doing it on the inside of the bag, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can just be a quick hand-stitched whip stitch even, just anything to hold it in place. Alright, time to cut another strip. Pretty wide variety of jelly roll strips. So I'm gonna try to provide a nice, like a nice wide variety of colors and fabrics and such. Again, if you provide a wide variety, then people are more likely to see something they like, more likely to purchase. Ooh, yeah, iron-on, that is true. Using an iron on the bag itself might cause the bag to melt. That is a good point, Reverb. Hand quilting thread would probably be the strongest thread option. Yeah, probably. So like this thread, what you can find where it'll say all-purpose, that's usually machining thread. It's fine, it'll work. But it's a little bit thinner, and if you're using it for hand sewing, it's more likely to twist and tangle because it's meant for use in a machine. You can find, where's my spool? So what I'm usually using on Sundays when I'm doing my hand sewing is you can also get thread here. I don't know if it's going to refocus or not, but here instead of all-purpose it says hand quilting, and so what that is the thread is just a little bit thicker, and it's also got a coating on it. It's usually like a wax coating. You can't really see a difference, but like if you were to run your fingers along the thread, it feels different. This is a thicker thread, and it's more likely to stand up to pulling and such because it's thicker and meant for hand sewing. You can also get heavy duty thread, which is meant for like denim. That's usually like the tan thread that you see sewn in jeans, and that's an even thicker thread if you just really, really want to be sure your thread's not going to break. Yeah, up here it kind of varies depending on what store. Some of our reusables are cloth, but then yeah, some of them are are either plastic or like cloth coated in plastic. Kind of depends on where you're getting your reusable from. Because like that green Dollarama one I showed you, yeah, now that I think about it, I probably wouldn't want to use an iron on that. Because it is cloth, but it's real cheap, like plasticky cloth. So it probably would melt. Okay, so for this green, I actually got this really fun like rainbow metallic cord. Isn't that neat? I'm not sure how well it shows on camera, but it's like rainbow metallic. Super bright. Same sort of thing. It's like plastic strands wrapped around an elastic cord. That's alright, we can make that work. Put it a little on the long side because it is kind of slippery to try to work with it. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's nifty. Alright, again, same as before. Gotta make sure my foot is not on the cords. Or the fabric on the other side. Wrong lever. That lever. Why do we even have that lever? trick question. I know why we have that lever. It's the one to pop the foot off. It's just not what I want to do at the moment. Trim my threads. Here, let's pull one through. Crisscross applesauce. No, stay. Stay where I put you. Make sure my foot is not on the cords. There we go. Now I'm getting this down to a science. Trim all my threads. Knot my cords. Go. Yeah, these actually knot super well. Which I guess makes sense if they're just elastic, but it's a nice surprise. Alright, and I can flip it inside out. Well, I guess right side out, technically. Go. Blue bottle. Down. Okay. One side. sheet. How's this one doing? Pretty dry. I don't think the glue's gonna keep it from fraying as much as I wanted to, but that's alright. So that's between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that good old Elmer? It is absolutely good old Elmer's glue. What else would I use? I mean, I do have like fancy fabric glue and stuff, but Elmer's works. Especially for something like this where I'm just trying to keep a cut cord from fraying, Elmer's glue is fine. Let's do... What have I got down here? Oh yeah, I've got some nice fabrics in this one. Let's do a classier black and white one. Oh, yeah, no, this is, it is just Elmer's. Elmer's Clear. It's a school, like, it's marketed specifically for schools, so, I don't know. You can get it tinted, like, blue, too, where it's, like, a clear, but, like, very slightly tinted blue, but still dries really clear. It's weird. I don't know. Oh, Theo, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Let's do silver cord on this one. So the last cord I got black, I got that fun metallic multicolor, and then I got silver. They had other colors. I might go back and pick up more because this is actually working out really well. But then again, these three are working out really well because they're just, well, the black and the silver are neutrals. And then the rainbow is just fun. Oh, that's got a defect in it. Ooh. Okay, yeah, it's just those two. It's got a couple places where it's starting to come unraveled. But again, it's dollar store cord. I am not shocked, nor am I disappointed. That's just the risky run. We'll come back here. There we go. How dare I bother baby with false birds? I mean, this is still, like, it's dollar store cord. I'll take the imperfections in it. I only really start getting salty if it's, like, expensive variegated yarn and there's knots in the middle that reset the colorway, which I've had happen before. That's rude. That pissed me off. Luckily, I've only had it happen once or twice. But it, yeah. Like, the one time it happened, it was a fairly reputable brand, and I was mad. Alright, so pull one. To the other side. Around. Pull that down. There we go. Again, keep the cord from actually getting caught under the foot, because that way lies pain. There we go. Demand a refund? I think I actually did. Because I had bought like 6 or 8 balls of this same colorway to do, I think, an entire blanket. And 2 of them had internal knots in them. So yeah, I think I did actually end up getting a refund for those. The last time it happened was when I was doing Kara's rainbow cardigan. And, I mean, it worked out alright. It didn't completely reset the colorway, it just popped it back a color. Because it was rainbow yarn, so it went from, like, you know, green to blue to yellow to orange, you know. It went through the colorway. So, it had gone from green to blue, and then there was an internal knot that popped it back to green. So I was mad, but not... Like, it was minor enough that I just kind of kept going, and it looks fine. Boss battle time? Ooh, which boss battle? Or are you talking about me and the yarn? Because let me tell you, sometimes crochet does feel like a boss battle. Thank you for understanding. Oh wait, it's noon, isn't it? Okay, so let me finish up this one and then I'll take my usual break. Snuck up on me. Couple of blue. Side. Ooh, that's a lot. It's fine. More blue is probably better than not enough blue. There we go. And onto the silicone sheet. Alright. I will take a break. Get up, walk around, stretch, get yourself a drink, cycle fluids, pet your pets, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Leave to run a few errands. Enjoy your errands, Merlin. I hope they go easily and well. Oh, the music. Ahaha. I don't actually have my headphones on, so I can't actually hear what the music is. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Everybody stretch. That one? Yes, that one. I have returned! I'm shook that nobody has popped Board Game Arena yet, but c'est la vie. Did I unmute myself? I did unmute myself. Hooray! Back here. Okay. So this fabric is a little bit metallic, so let's do silver on this one too. Keeping an eye on my bobbin down here. Probably will have to wind a new one before the end of the stream today, but we'll see. Applesauce. Go. I could thread the strings through after, but it would be a little bit more of a pain. It's actually just easier to sew them in when I do these channels for them. Go side. Side. Okay, now flip it right side out. Go. Ready? Okay, that's one side. Okay. Put that back onto my silicone pad. Silicone because the glue won't stick to it, if that wasn't super clear. Once the glue dries, it'll just peel off the silicone. Which one did we do first? This one? What's that doing? Well, actually, that works. Looks like it's working really well. Might do like a layer of clear nail polish over top, but yeah, the glue seems to be working okay. Cool. And again, if they fray a little bit, it's not the end of the world. These are $3 nice bags. Okay. I need to go cut another fabric strip. Ooh, iffy. See, now I'm remembering why I bought this particular pack of strips, because there's a lot of really cool fabrics in it. Like, can you see? It's super shiny and metallic. There we go. It's metallic silver on white, and it's just like a really cool pattern. Since this is all metallic silver, let's actually use the multicolor metallic for the string. I think that'll be really cool. What? Ah, Mom has redeemed a board game arena. We'll do that here momentarily. There's one. See it? Slightly uneven, but that's fine. This right side out. And the downside of the metallic fabric is it's slightly stiffer, so it doesn't want to actually pull it as easily. Come on. There we go. That's why I have a poking stick. Come on. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Cut and glue those here in a minute after I do my board games. Okay. Grab my phone. That. Alright, and I want to switch to that. There we go. Hey, it actually had it right on. Okay. Let's see here. As usual, I have not touched them this morning, so come on, BGA. Yes, thank you for refreshing. There we go. This is the Kuma Koi Koi. Interesting layout. Not particularly useful, but interesting. Okay, next. Cribbage. The Kite Cribbage. I must play a card. Let's play that one. Oh, I have to play both my cards. 7 points for Kite. 2 points for me. Huzzah. Oh, it's 0. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Alright, 2 cards for Kite's Crib. Woof. I guess we'll do that. Next. Cribbage again. Dobby Cribbage. Okay. A 3. Let's do that. Next. Wizard. The friend game of Wizard. Yay. Yes. Let's do that. And that was probably a bad move, but whatever. Don't care. But I might have underbid, but we'll see. Speed them at 99. At 28, let's play that to get it out of my hand. Next. Azul. Is this the one that's almost done? No, this is the one that just started. Yes, I will take those 2 white tiles. Thank you. Those go there. Confirm. Next. Tokaido. Let's see, I'm there. Yeah, let's do the encounter. So calligraphies are kind of like achievements. 3 points per complete panorama. 2 points per remaining coin at the end of the game. 2 points per legendary object. 3 points per uneaten meal. Let's do the panorama one, because that's kind of what I'm going for anyway. Okay, next. Alhambra. The city building game. Oh, I need to be able to place this one at some point. None of these are useful to me. Let's just take a coin. Confirm. Like, I could have bought this one, but it's, again, it's the exact same shape of the one that I already can't place. So, so this is my build area. I have to be able to put it in a place where it can connect back to this center tile. But I can't put a wall like against an open area. Walls have to connect to either the edge of the wall, or I can put wall against wall, like side on, but again, it has to have a way to connect back to here. So because this is that style corner, like I can't put it here because that would be a wall against an open space. I can't put it here because then there's no way for it to connect back. So I'm gonna have to try to do some tricky maneuvering next and actually like pay attention to the tiles I'm buying. Hand and foot? Oh, the rando hand and foot. Right, this one's going okay because I had like 5 wilds in my opening hand. It was ridiculous. Alright, so let's meld that. The 9 can go there. The 8 can go there. The 7 can go there. And I guess I will discard the jack. Okay, next. The tea is good. I'm glad the tea is good. Tea is warm. You should make yourself some tea, Elk. Make some tea to banish the coldness. I mean, I guess if you wanted, you could also use the tea to banish the sawdust, but that might not be ideal. Shoot, how do I want to play this? Let's get rid of the 8. Next. Tea of warming +1, exactly. The project work never ends. Well, then you're just always gonna have sawdust, aren't you? Yeah, sure, I'll accept that. Next. Speed limit 99. Oh yes, the one where James and I are just duking it out. Queen is at 10, right? Yes, let's do that. Next. What kind of tea did I make you? I believe that is the honeybee mate, and I put some honey in it as well. So it should just be kind of mild and flowery and sweet. Okay, talk. I have 2s, and I have 1 pawn that I can move. Just inch along. The Stranger's Wizard game. Yes, let's get rid of that. Next. The Cuddly Kite Cribbage. What do I want to play? Let's play that. Next. Oh, that's it. I caught up. Okay. Thank you, friends. Yes, there we go. New phone. Phone back on shelf. There we go. Alright, blue bottle. Thank you, friends, for board games. That reminds me, I should create some new games this afternoon, if I remember. But yes, Yalk, I really, really recommend. Obviously, I need more boards. Yeah, I was just thinking that. But yeah, Yalk, I recommend a shower. Get yourself warmed up. Tea is good. Soup is good. Blankets with Miller are also good. And I'm sure Miller would approve of the blankets with Miller idea. Okay, that side's done. Snip these. Go. Okay, that should do. Stick that on the silicone. Okay. Drink my coffee. Alright, what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more and I'll have my first dozen. Yay! Alright. You good? Oof. It does help if I turn the machine back on first. finally get to making more boards this evening if you get finished documenting a thing. I mean, documenting is fun. Perhaps. Let's see. Let's just do black cord for this one. Documenting is mostly hard. Also, you should go photo the snow moon. Yes, absolutely. Photos of pretty moons are excellent. Come back here, boards. Cross that one. Cross that one the other way. Fold fabric. Insert into machine. In the correct way. Lower foot not on cords. Reverse. Forward. Reverse. Freeze needle. Remove. Snip. Snip. Trim. Trim. It's tight. Not backwards. Not backwards. Number 2. Go. Flip right side out. Here we go. Red glue. Oh, sadly not snowy, but the moons of the year have names. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Like our friend that got married in October, um, got married on the Hunter's Moon, which is apparently what the October full moon is called. At least in, I believe it's Celtic paganism, which is what she follows. But it was so funny because we were like, Rue, why did you decide to get married that weekend? That's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. And she was just like, oh, it is? And we're like, yes, it is. But she hadn't even been thinking about Thanksgiving. She was thinking about the full moon. What if I actually clean the half solidified jelly off the top of my glue bottle? Now I'm sticky. There we go. Better. It is not snowy, but it is so high pressure we have exceeded my barometer scale, so the air is better than average? Huh. Well, that's good. I suspect there will be many gorgeous photos from elsewhere on the aisle, perhaps. Blue. Right. Flip. Trim this other side. Ooh. I'll get you in a minute, Herb. Drop that on the silicone. I should be able to pick up some of these others now. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that'll actually work out pretty well. Cool. That one should be dry. That one should be dry. Yeah. Or at least dry enough. That one should be dry. Oh, no, not quite. Leave that one. So that's it. I did a dozen. Now I need to do it again. All right. Oh yes, and Burke. burp. Soup break. Good. Soup. What kind of soup? Soup is excellent. Okay. So this is like a really pretty, like, dark tealish color. Do I want to go with the silver, or do I just want to go black? I think maybe just black. Ah, still veggie chili? Excellent. That is the really nice thing about chili, is that it will last you. Where did the other end go? Oh, there it is. I think. That is from here. Not that I need to use this end, I can use the other end, but there we go. Make another pot of creamy wild rice for dinner. Ooh, that sounds good. Pour the chili over the creamy wild rice. Cause like, yeah, I don't know how you make chili. There's different schools and ways of making chili. You can make like soup chili, where it's like watery stew consistency, but my family's always made chili like super thick and dense, so you can like use it as a chip dip in a pinch, and it's so good. That's what will always be chili to me. If you have a bowl of chili, you should be able to stick your spoon in it and the spoon stands straight up. That's very close to the edge. That's better. Not that soup chili or like watery chili is bad, it's just not what I'm used to when I think of chili. Trim and trim. Ooh, that balled up a bit. That's okay. It's fine. One. Crisscross them. Ah! Nope! See it? I pulled too hard and it slid completely out. It's okay. I can poke it back through. There we go. It's not impossible, it's just annoying. And it's easier with stiff cord like this. This one around. There we go. With elbow macaroni, exactly. Ohio chili, put it on your spaghetti. Only in Cincinnati, and we are not from Cincinnati, sir. Thank you very much. I actually dislike chili on spaghetti. Dang, congratulations, Randus. Congrats on full Pokedex. But yeah, the elbow macaroni in chili was a big point of contention when I first moved up here. Because the first time Kara and I went to make chili, I was like, so we're gonna put, like, when do we put the noodles in? And she just went, noodles? And I was like, yeah, the macaroni and the chili. And she's like, no? And I was like, yes? We have compromised now in that sometimes we add noodles and sometimes we do not. I still prefer it with noodles. Oh, I should have flipped this inside out first. Oh well. It's fine. Ooh, that was real good. We'll just flip it after it dries. It's fine. I just skipped this step. Chili is a soup and it has beans? Yes, beans and noodles. Both of those things. There should, yes, I agree that there should be beans in chili. Absolutely. But it should also be thick enough that the spoon will stand straight up. Okay. Let's see here. What next? Let's do some more purple. Let's do this one. Chili cheese mac is for leftover chili on day 4, but what if you want it on day 1? What if just chili cheese mac all the time? God damn it, guys, now I want macaroni. And I don't think Kara has macaroni in the plans for today's food. Let's do silver cord for this one. I actually do like this metallic cord a lot better than the neutral matte cord that I got. Because weirdly this is actually fraying less. I mean, once I glue the ends. No cheese? No, no, no. Chili needs cheese on it. Just so much cheese. Like a quarter cup of shredded cheddar on top of each bowl minimum. But then again, I just like cheese, so... Move my cords out of the way. But although I think Kara said that she was planning to make chili at some point this week, so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. It just probably won't be today. Cross that over. Cross the other one other way. Fold that back down. See, like I said, these actually don't take too long at all. Chili done right needs 12 hours in the crock pot. Absolutely agreed. Ooh, provolone on chili would be really good. And that would be just for me, because Kara doesn't like provolone. Ooh. Yeah, chili done right needs like 8 to 12 hours in the crock pot, and will only be at its very best 3 days after it's made. Like, you make the chili and you eat it on the day of, and it's fine. But then you put the leftovers in the fridge, and 3 days later, it is the best chili in existence. It continues to marinate. Here we go. That one right side out. Blue bottle, blue bottle. Probably get through 1 or 2 more and then call it an afternoon. Now I am getting hungry. All of this talk about delicious chili. That's the one side. Go. Flip that onto the silicone. Now I want chili, right? I still think about that time that Dad made the chili with ground turkey, I think it was, and that was really good. But that might have been just because it was different than normal. Make a vat and then eat it over a week? Yup. Oh, chorizo. Interesting. Beef, venison, or turkey, the important part is always ground. Yeah, we usually use ground meat too. I think we usually use beef. We've also done turkey, and sometimes ground chicken is good. Depends on what you're going for. Alright, let's do another one. Let's do at least one that's somewhat floral. Just, again, so that there's a variety of different styles for the customers to choose from. Because I don't think Charlie is planning to pair up dice and bats. He's just going to have the dice out, and then if the customer chooses to also purchase a bag, he'll have them out, and they can kind of choose whichever they want. So I want to try to give like a variety of colors and styles. I've got the fabric pre-cut, so I might as well use it. Oh yeah, Aunt Janice uses ground venison. Venison is so good. My problem with green chili is that it's usually bell pepper based, and I'm allergic. So 99 times out of 100, I can't eat any green chili. And even red tomato chili, I have to be really careful and be like, are there any bell peppers in this? Yes, well, never mind. That's why it's easier just to make my own. Or beg Kara until she makes our own. So this fabric is pretty colorful. It's in the purples and blues. Do I want to use the rainbow? Maybe I'll just use the black. Haven't seen any with bell pepper. It's usually spicy peppers. Well, I'm allergic to those too. I'm allergic to all peppers. So that doesn't help either. But I'm impressed. My bobbin is held out. Definitely gonna have to wind a new one after stream though. Around. Across there. Yeah, that's what I mean about I usually don't eat anybody's chili except my own. Because people put bell peppers in for color for a lot of things, and then if it's something that's specifically spicy, it's like, well, I probably can't eat that by default. Like our grocery stores up here, I can't eat like the store brand potato salad because they put diced up bell peppers in the potato salad for color. And it's like, come on. It's potato salad. Come on. You should work on a chili this afternoon. That seems like a great idea. You. It came out fast. It's okay. More is better than not. Okay, toss that over onto the silicone. Alright, let's do one more. Better than putting raisins in potato salad? Ooh, yeah, I don't like that idea. I also don't like raisins at all, so raisins in potato salad just sounds terrible. Gonna have to go to the store. Oh, well, I mean, sorry, Mom. Okay, let's see. You okay there, Kara? I just heard her sneeze. Oh, that's fun. Let's do that. You're cool? You're super cool? You sure about that? I just heard a massive sneeze. I was like, oh no. Maybe I should do a few more that are plainer too. Because I've done quite a few now that are like, I don't know, would you describe this fabric as spicy? But like a lot that are really pattern heavy and busy. I should do a few more plainer ones, since I do have the plain fabrics. Oh, I think that's the end of my bobbin. Sounds like that's the end of my bobbin. That's the end of my bobbin. Oh, I need to snip that anyway. I was right. I do have to wind a bobbin. Okay. Let's pop that. Get that last bit of thread out. So bobbin winding is interesting. Let me see if I can raise this up enough without it pulling my camera in a weird way. Yes, okay, so. You good? You good, camera? You good? Okay, cool. So this is the top of my machine. The needle's down here. And actually I should turn it off first. Step one. So this is my thread up here. My thread bobbin is on this little pivoting spindle. And normally the thread comes down through here. There's a channel that it goes down here and goes down to the needle. When I want to wind a bobbin, I unthread the machine, and then I just pull the thread on a different path. Let's see, under that hook, around there. Okay. And it goes over to here. Slide this through. There's a hole in my bobbin that I slide the thread through. Wind it a few times on. And which direction does this need to go? That needs to go. Yes. Yes. Oop. Duh. Slightly wrong direction. So, leave it on a few times. Make sure it's on the right way. That. Okay. And then when I pull this bit, I know it's hard to see on camera, when I pull it over to the right there, it disengages the normal motor for the machine and engages this motor instead. So when I turn it back on and press the pedal, instead of the needle going up and down on this side, it'll be the bobbin spinning on this side, and it'll wind the thread off of this spool and onto my bobbin. getting close to full. When it's full, it'll just, yeah, there you go. When it's full, it'll just stop. Because there's a little rubber piece here, and as the thread fills the bobbin, of course, the thread expands because it's building up more and more. So when it builds up enough that it hits this rubber piece, it stalls out and stops spinning. So I'm just going to actually turn off my machine like a smart person. Move this back to the left so that it re-engages the needle. Pull the bobbin off of that. Snip the thread. I no longer need it to wind the bobbin. And rethread my machine normally. Needle. Get out of it. Alright, now let me readjust the camera and I'll show you how the bobbin goes in. There we go. So you may notice I've got like a hole in the bottom here. That's where the bobbin goes. Blow the fuzz out while I've got it there. Alright, so this is my bobbin. Which direction does this go? It goes like that. Because you want to make sure the thread is winding and unwinding in the right direction. So that just drops in there. There's a little metal piece that it goes underneath. And there we go. My bobbin is in. And different machines do it differently. I've seen some where it'll have the bobbin like up top, or other places. Mine just happens to be a bottom bobbin. And then I've got this little plastic guard that just slides on top, so that when the bobbin is spinning underneath, you know, the fabric that you're moving across doesn't get caught. So now, if I hold on to my top thread and move my needle down, it should pull the top thread, or the bottom thread up. There we go. Come on. Yeah, we're good. Alright, I did the two side seams, now straight. Let's see, this is really bright. Let's do silver. Finish this one up and then call it a day. But I've got more than my first dozen. They really don't take much time at all, as you can see. I just need to make sure I'm actually doing them and not leaving it all until the last minute. Which is what I tend to do, but then I get super stressed, so I should be doing them ahead of time, which is what I'm doing. Alright, this under. Make sure the cords are not under the foot. Drop the foot. There we go. Okay. Alright, so pull one through. Put that. So move that one around that way. Move that one around that way. Pull that down. There we go. Kitsune has resubscribed at 9 months. 9 months, that's so many. Meow. Meow to you too, Kitsune. Hello. Yeah. I'm just finishing up this one dice bag and then I'm gonna call it a little bit early for today. Go. Okay, and now I can flip it right side out. Ah, there we go. Ready my glue bottle. Oh, come back here, glue bottle. You all snowed in? Yeah, at the moment it's just cold. Oh yeah, it's a kitsune with a month for each tail. It's true. Yeah, no, it's like, it's been negative 25, negative 30 here for the past couple days. So it's been too cold to snow. But it's, yeah, so we've been trying to not leave the house as much as we possibly can. It's supposed to finally warm up, like, tomorrow. Do this to keep it from fraying. Won't stop subbing though. That's okay. You can screenshot today and be like, that's it. Although, if you keep subbing, eventually you could be the fabled, what was it, 1,000-tailed kitsune? You could get there. The more tails, the more powerful you get. Very soon you'll be unstoppable. Here we go. Cool. That should keep it in frame. Put it back on my little handy dandy silicone mat. Make sure it's not touching any of the others. There we go. And I think that will about do it for today. I know we're a little bit early, but I have a hungry. Yeah, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I got a whole lot done, which is good. That was the idea and the goal. And now y'all have made me want chili. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a really great day. Please stay warm as much as you can. Enjoy your chilies and soups. There may or may not be something happening on Tuesday. I have the day off, so theoretically, there's no reason for me not to stream Tuesday, but I might get lazy. We'll see how it goes, or if I get too involved in something else. But yeah, hopefully yeah, I know we made us all want chili. Um, Usually in audio Kami's Messenger Fox's cap at 9, but if I can get to 80,000, I mean that's a goal. That sure is a goal. All right. I haven't been paying attention to Discord. I don't know if Julie's up. Let's see. Nope, there is not a Julie, but there is a Surge. He's playing Enter the Gungeon, which I have heard of, but I don't know anything about it. But if Surge is playing it, I'm sure it's probably a fun-looking game. So, everyone say hi to Surge. I probably will not follow you. I need to go eat a thing. But yeah, everyone have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will see you all later.